Hey, got a new gas tank for my Harley. Really dig it. Pretty sweet. Ordered this fuel cap as well. But it didn't come with any paint on it, so we're gonna paint it. We take these rags, either this mineral spirits or this paint thinner, and wipe it down real good. Prime it, paint it, clear coat it. Alright, let's do it. I don't want to paint the cap. Put it over here. Sip my coffee. Okay, let's do this. I like to fold it a little bit. Going with the paint thinner. If you do this, you won't make such a mess. Just get what you want. I'm gonna try to do a decent job, but I'm not gonna do the best job. So I don't really care that much. See all that? It's oil and grease. You can get off that side of the rag. Should have done the bottom first. To the bottom now. Use this side too. Probably gonna have to do this twice. Yeah, definitely twice. I'm gonna use the mineral spirits this time. Alright, so I'm kind of impatient. I don't know how long I can sit here and wait for this all to be ready for me. Hopefully it's going to be close enough. See what happens when we spray some primer on it. Best I can. Shouldn't be touching it so much. Leave fingerprints, oils. I'm adding new oils to it. All right, I think that's good enough. Good enough for me. Test it on the bottom. I brought the cardboard for this. Shake it up pretty good. Thinking about heating up the paint in some hot water, but I've never done that before. It's something I learned recently to help the paint lay out better. But let's see what happens with the primer. Good enough. Yep, looks good to me. Yeah, it looks better already. Maybe I'll just primer it. Trying to get the spots that you wouldn't normally be able to get to first. So when I go over it with a cleaner pass, it comes off better. Yeah, this is laying out real nice. I don't think I'm gonna worry about foiling any paint. Should have pulled my boat away from this though. I don't really care about the car. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry a minute. Flip it over and do the top. I'm gonna repeat that process over and over until it's painted. Bring you close. I think this is gonna look just fine. Love those dimples. I chose this paint because it says it dries fast. And like I said, I'm impatient. Alright, it hasn't been very long. The primer's drying up though. Moved it into the sun and I moved my boat. I'm gonna flip it because I don't really care what these parts look like right here. If I get a fingerprint on it, I'm not gonna care so much. That was good. A little more primer. Again, that's good enough for me. Should have let this tank bake out in the sun for a while. There's a little bit of fibers on it right there. Yeah, touching it's not going to help, Brett. Okay. The primer looks great. I'll just prime it and be done. I made it harder for myself. Got more and more paint and clear coat. She's gonna look nice. I think that's all the primer I'm gonna use. If you flip the can upside down and spray it, it'll clear the tip out. The wind's going that way. Yep. That's gray. That's gray. So impatient. I want to start painting color already. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to prop this up so I can paint the whole thing without having to flip it upside down. Try to use that can. Well, it's still wet. Not bad. Yeah, I get enough paint under there. Just gonna let this splash over for a few minutes. Hopefully, since I got it here in the sun, I don't have to wait longer than that. I'm not gonna make you do the waiting with me. While we're waiting, I'll take you for a little tour of my yard. You can see what kind of junk I have. Got this truck here. '96 Chevy, the 4.3 liter four-wheel drive. It was my dad's truck. I changed the engine on it for him, done everything that ever happened to it. It's rotted out. And oh, those are the wheels from it on the fence. Then we got this '86 Camaro. It's got a 350, turbo 350 transmission. I'm sorry, it's a 700 R4 transmission. It's been worked on by some other people besides me before I got it. Then got my little boat. Everything's going great with that. I made this little radio battery box the other day. I didn't film it because, you know, hooked up a battery in here for the boat, put this radio inside with some speakers. Also hooked up some lights so we could take it out at night. Made this cover so that it wouldn't get wet and I never have to worry about the radio. 15 horse Suzuki, which I blew up the lower unit and had to change it. And then we have the big boat over here. It's a 25-foot Regal and I bought it broken. So we're working on that. Guess I'll have to make a video about it. And then there's the camper we took last weekend. And then my RV. That's all storage now. My truck and the '64 Ford Galaxy 500 that's never seen, the internet's never seen. Will soon. Got big plans for that car. Anyway, back to your regular scheduled broadcasting. Painting the tank for the Harley Davidson you've also never seen. Set you back up. Okay, here we go. Shake it up. We're gonna use this is a semi-gloss black. And I have semi-gloss clear. Let's see what it looks like. I chose those colors because it was the easiest. Alright, let's do it. I love it already. Didn't even start. I love it. I love semi-gloss black. Really, I'm gonna do this one time only. Lift it up. You gotta lift it up and get the paint under there. It's gonna be silly. Can't have it primer. I have to do this with the clear coat once too, because I chose to clear coat this again. Enough. Again, going around the hard to get places first. So when I do my nice coat, it all lays on nice. Gotta remember to keep mixing the paint up. I like to do wet coats. I go on as heavy as I can without running it. Then when it's still tacky, I'll do one more coat. doing this for a long time, so I've gotten pretty good at it. Oh, I love those dimples. This semi-gloss is gonna really look good. Comes out glossy, and then it flattens out just a little bit. Let that sit for just a minute. Then we're gonna put a nice heavy coat over it. Probably won't flip it up for this one. I'm just gonna do what you can see. Has it been a minute? That's gonna look good on the bike. It's gonna be the nicest part of the bike. Waiting, not my favorite part. Want to let it dry, but I don't want to let it dry a lot, and I don't want it to dry not enough. I want it to dry just right, that it's sticky, so the next coat will grab hard onto it. I'm gonna test touching it here. It's not bad. This stuff dries really fast, so I could be almost as impatient as I want. I think I'm just gonna go for it. No time like now. Heavy and fast. Heavy and fast. Trying to be as fluent as possible. And just like that. Yeah, it's already starting to flatten out. The sun's really baking it on there. Since I'm putting a clear coat on it, it really doesn't matter so much how flat I lay the paint out, because the clear should help it all look even, as long as I get enough coverage. And I think I got enough coverage. So again, we're gonna wait probably a little longer this time, because I need to pick it up and get the clear coat on the bottom so that it looks decent. So I'm gonna pause it and bring you right back. All right, gonna paint the clear coat now. Just wanted to show what it looks like now. I think the paint laid out pretty good. There I am. I'm gonna set you up. Here we go. Again, I'm gonna pick it up a little bit, get the bottom with at least one small coat. I think this is dangerous, moving this wet painted beautiful gas tank. Gonna look really good though. All right, that's the last time I'm touching it. get to all the places that are hard to reach before I lay on the main top coat. Clear coat. Top coat of clear coat. I don't even think that's right. I think top coat is base coat. Clear coat's clear coat. And I'm just spray painting. So I don't know anything. It's looking really good though. Getting so much on there, I don't want to run it. Luckily this tank's nice and warm from sitting in the sun, so it's not taking much to really pull this paint in. I know, I should be wearing a respirator, but I'm outside. Can't even smell it right now, the wind's pulling it right away. Little trick I have is I try not to breathe while I'm using it. Again, this is really cooking on there because it's in the sun, so I don't really have to wait so long. Giving it a really wet coat now. See it all glistening now. Can's almost gone. I'm just gonna keep dumping paint on it as heavy as I can. It's starting to smooth out, but I can still see little bits of, I call it like overspray dust, because it's not soaking it in enough, because it's not wet enough. Last chance here, I only got a little bit left, let's say like here or so. I'm just gonna put the whole can on. Ooh, that wasn't good, the way I held it there. Yep, running already. Son of a bee. It was almost perfect. But since I have so much clear coat on here now, I could actually sand that out, which I might do. Probably won't, because I'm okay with it. I don't care about perfect. I just want it to look good. Again, just trying to put it on as heavy as I can. Yep. Sag there. You can always try to bury it a little bit. Probably blocking the camera a little bit, but that's okay. I need to get this right. Yeah, a little bit of wet sanding. It's gonna look nice. I'll show you what I did. I don't know if you can see that little drip right there. Other than that, there I am again. You can see me better now. How many fingers am I holding up? I also put a little streaking sag down this side. Right there. I'll have to sand that out. And it looks really dry, but compound. There you have it, folks. It's been like 35 minutes since I started. I just want to say before I end this video, I ordered this fuel tank from Lowbrow Customs. He sent me this sticker. I'm gonna put it on my truck. I just wanted to say that I've ordered a few parts from them. I'm not affiliated, not sponsored. I've watched a lot of Todd from Lowbrow's Sportster builds, Saturday Sportster. Check him out, he's actually pretty cool. They sent me this. It says, share a photo of your order on Instagram. I don't have Instagram, but I have YouTube. So I just wanted to show you guys, if you wanted cool parts like this, you gotta go to Lowbrow Customs. That's all. And I just also wanted to say, thank you for joining me with my build here. Putting together a Harley. Anyway, thank you for joining me with the paint job. I think it turned out pretty nice. It's gonna look good on the bike. And until then, stay safe. Have a good one. Until next time.